Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, spilling coffee on your gear is not a good thing. I'm going to send you a video here. I think I sent you one earlier, but this one's going to have you on it. The audio quality, I'm taking the audio off the microphone and the webcam, but the webcam audio doesn't sound all that great. So we'll get it figured out. Well, it's coming through this. It may not be digitalized. So I guess the question is, did you aspirate any of the coffee into your trachea? Are you going to get coffee pneumonia now? I can only imagine, since you've not come back to me immediately, that you were on the floor writhing in agony as you're trying to cough up the coffee grounds.
Sorry about that. What happened, I'm cleaning in front of the 7300 and I messed up.
Yeah, I would say so. You really messed up if the radio jumped off the desk in a big ionized fireball. And you would never live that down.
Have you ever blown up one of your radios yet?
Not by beverages, no. I don't think I've ever blown up anything that I haven't been able to repair. I blew up the Valiant several times, but that's because I didn't know anything about it, but I fixed it every time. As George Bush would say, water around electronics is bad. And you sit there and watch it with some kind of detached fascination. The water's going towards the little holes on top of it. Oh no!
That's about right. Probably I shouldn't be trying to talk when I'm drinking coffee at the same time.
No, like I said earlier, that leads to aspiration of coffee grounds and liquid, and half if you have that, and any other additives like sugar or chicory. Let's put old chicory in the coffee, whatever.
I ground up root of some sort,
Well, maybe. Are you an expert on roots? Here we go again. This is KA4KOE with KK4TVR on 3885.
This is KK4TVR, Byron, Georgia, on KK4TVR.
All right, make a transmission. I'll give you a signal check.
I don't know why you have this obsession with always wanting to give me a radio check. I mean, every time I talk to you, that's all you want to do.
I'm just heading off the inevitable request, so it will save you. Could you give my signal check? Because you're going to ask me. At some point, you're going to ask me. You're 10 over.
Right, I'll come back to you and see how well you're doing here. Go ahead.
Oh, I made an error in my interpolation. You're actually 20 over. 20 over S9 at 10:30, which is a record for us on this band. Usually the propagation slams shuttle us like a car trunk on one's fingers.
I'm getting between 20 and 30 every now and then. You're getting 40. I might recommend, but it's just probably just some noise out there. Just back off from your mic a little bit.
Okay, all right, I'll back the gain down. How does that sound to you?
Come on back again, because there is some close
All right, so I'm not hitting it quite as hard. KA4KOE.
Yeah, I think that's a little better, Philip.
Yeah, well, anyway. Hello. Yeah, the modulation meter is just, I'm hitting about occasionally 110 and once in a while 120%, with most of the peaks hitting 100. So we're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to see more noise appearing here. Let me make sure I don't have my preamp on. When I was playing in the wireless radio, it reactivated a few of the buttons there. You are sounding good coming in here. I really got to be very honest with you. Once you pretty much are up and running, but I don't know if I would do anything at all with your audio change, Philip.
Well, we're going to have to get the limiter working if we go any higher than this low power on the transmitter, because I've got to get the limiter up and running in line. I can get away with this at 250 watts, but anyway, as long as I silence the background static at your location, then that's adequate.
Oh yeah, it's full quieting into the repeater, as you might say. Yeah, it sounds very good. You said you were sending me something and I was on it.
Well, I'm still recording it right now, and I'll put it up on YouTube and let you watch it. Yeah, I've got a screen capture going on. I've got live video, audio from two sources, from the webcam and from, this is not going out anywhere, I'm recording it. I've got the Electro-Voice microphone audio going into the system here, so I think you will like it because it's got you on it.
You know what, too, if you thought about it, if anybody has an iPad in the household there, we could actually set up our two iPads and do FaceTime, and so we could actually be watching as we're speaking to each other.
I hate to say it, but FaceTime almost sounds like, when a hooker gets a John.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, guys, I gotta leave. Me and my brother gotta get some FaceTime going on, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Now we had a good FaceTime the other day. I'm sorry, sir, this is a family restaurant.
But...
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to leave, Johnny T's bowling.
Yeah, Suzanne with an earshot?
Nah, she's in the house, man. Johnny, we're afraid you have to leave Johnny T's bowling lanes, sir, because, as you can see, this is a very high-class place.
Yeah, well, high class is what we do around here.
Yeah, it is high class, buddy. High class.
And if it's not high class, then they call in the law.
KK4TVR. Before I just turned on the amps, I was going to give it a couple of minutes, and we were talking about, how, basically he was talking about how some 7300 sound, they're pretty good out of the box, and there's some out there that sound really good, and by this time I had my amp warmed up, and I said, hey, this is KK4TVR, man, we're on the 7300 tonight, and anyway, kudos to you on the sound of the 7300.
Yeah, I bet you those mouths just opened up. Wow, listen to that.
Yeah, man. You talking about here or up on 3919?
No, 19. They probably didn't know they could sound that good.
They sound very good right out of the box, and with a hand mic, they sound good. So based on how much we jazz this thing up, it ought to sound really great.
Well, there's only so much you can do with the internal electronics on that thing, but no audio processor on sideband. That's really not cool at all. But anyway, We've got a lot of splatter from people who have come in too close. So what's the constable have to say? Yeah, he almost sounded like a Gestapo man.
Hey, there you go.
Unsprachen Sie!
Go ahead, let him run.
Shoot them. Shoot them both. Yeah. But, okay, KK4TVR, Richmond Hill, Georgia. All right, kiddies, it's that time of the week again. Another action-packed, spine-tingling, thrilling episode of...
Reconnaissance.
And in this week's episode, Biff Skyhook is cruising along at a comfortable 10,000 feet at 250 knots with his twin Wasp rotary engine up front just churning out the RPMs. And the landscape slides by below, and he starts to see little brown-black clouds appearing all around him. What could it be? Anti-aircraft fire. Unfortunately, Biff thinks it's fireworks.
Well, he was just wondering if I know I had this marked on my calendar properly, but it's cold up here.
Unfortunately for Biff, it was not July the 4th over the Ardennes.
Wow, that dog is flying faster than I am. Could you imagine when during that time a flock of geese flies over the battlefield, like during the trench warfare, and it's like which side's going to shoot down the most geese?
Yeah, anything to break up the dietary monotony.
Well, he did get out and have a soccer match one time during Christmas time.
Yeah, I saw one thing on there. It was on YouTube, and they had a young officer, and he's telling the guys to start throwing some mortar rounds over the trenches, and they said, why? And then the upper guy and one of the British guys yelled out and apologized in German. It's Lieutenant, like. And then the commander comes up and says, yes, we're all very proper and all that, but we only die when it's time. We don't, we all got to sleep and eat.
In other words, he didn't want them to do any harassing fire.
No, and they kind of like an informal agreement. We won't shoot at each other until either one of us goes over the top. Because they got to eat and sleep, and so do we. We both don't want to be here.
Did they really have that sort of agreement?
I'm sure they did in some sectors, Eric. I don't know. Lots of weird things happen in that war.
Well, like you say,